Welcome to the Socially Unfiltered podcast,
where we'll be taking you along for our deep dives and doom scrolls through social media, entrepreneurship, and pop culture.
We're your hosts, Lex and Veronica, and together we're looking at everything through an unfiltered lens on the things that shape our everyday lives and society.
So grab a drink and get ready to explore the uncharted territories of online trends, share candid conversations, and uncover the stories behind the headlines.
This is the Socially Unfiltered podcast.
Ha.
Yes, I'm ready.
Ready. Clocked in. Ready to go. Hello, everyone.
We're back in live time, baby.
We're back and better than ever. Maybe. Kind of.
No, we were better when you were here. So
yeah, we're a little sad this week.
Yeah, we're sad. I have poison ivy. It's been a week.
It's been a week. Everyone's making us mad.
Yeah. Surprise, surprise.
Nothing new there, but just a new week. Same shit.
Mm-hmm.
Poison ivy is new, though.
Don't mind me just putting my fucking steroid cream on my hands.
It's not funny at all.
No.
It's just like, what the fuck?
Poison ivy.
Like, who gets poison ivy?
Kind of embarrassing. Not very cutesy.
Not very modest of that poison ivy plant.
Oh, it's so annoying. If you've ever had poison ivy, like, I am feeling this shit right now. I've never had it in my life, so this is not it.
Not great.
And it's in the randomest spots.
It's so random and weird.
Yeah.
Here's to hoping that your next call with the doctor gives you something better to fix it.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Anyway, yeah, this episode, I think we're just gonna do a little catch up.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna chat about some new stuff, some pop culture things, and just some other things that we have been seeing on social media that kind of make us mad. So, welcome.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and just to catch up, because obviously a lot of our past few episodes have been pre-recorded. So we're excited to be back in live time. There's been a lot happening that we haven't really talked about yet.
Mm-hmm.
So we're excited to dive into all of that. Should we start with what we spent last week doing? Should we go back to last week? Let's go back to last week.
I wish we could physically go back.
I know, when everything was perfect and everything was fine.
Yes. Yeah,
Nobody
Lex was here visiting me on Cape Cod.
Beautiful. Highly recommend.
2 weeks ago by the time you're listening to this. Or no, 3 weeks? I don't even know.
Yeah, by the time this comes out, it will have been 3 weeks since I got there and 2 weeks since I got home.
That's insane.
That's crazy. I don't even feel like yesterday. Yesterday was a week, and that's crazy.
Wow.
I have no concept of time.
Yeah, no, I feel like I've lived 3 other lives since then. So it's been crazy.
I feel like, I literally have not stopped working or being productive since I got back. So actually, that was a lie. I definitely rotted a lot the first day that I was back.
Same. I wasn't even traveling anywhere, but I also rotted.
Because I think I got home. I got home late. We didn't get back to our house until midnight, I think.
Yep.
And I'm not used to that. Usually I travel in the middle of the day. So that was interesting. But yeah, then I just spent the entire next day not doing anything.
Yeah, me too. And proceeded to do that for 3 more days. Yeah, Lex was here visiting for the first time.
Yes.
It was so funny to have you in my home.
I know. I even said when I got there, I'm like, okay, so I know that the guest room is right here. Yeah, I know that my room is right here. It's the feeling of a museum almost. I was I feel like I've seen all of this and I don't know, knowing where things were. No, and then your basement door really threw me off that day. I was I can't believe there's a door here.
She was I have never seen this door all week. I'm yeah, it's there.
But I know, between content, being there physically for a week, I did not notice that door literally at all. So
yeah.
I guess I'm not as observant as I thought I was.
No. We did so much though. Like we were busy
Yeah.
gals.
We were very busy.
We got spray tans with my mom.
Mhm.
We hung by the pool.
Mhm.
We
I
met
got
like
to meet Bella.
yeah, you got to meet Bella and so many
Bella.
other well, you
Yeah,
met
I
like
got to meet,
pretty
like,
much
everybody.
you met all my friends and family.
Mhm.
Um, what else did we do? We went out. We
Mhm.
saw Mark DJ.
Mhm. A once in a lifetime opportunity,
Yeah,
truly.
he never does that. Um, what else do we do? We didn't go on the boat, but we went to the pool.
Mhm.
We got lots of good food. We
So
had
much good food.
a season 3 content shoot
Mhm.
because, as y'all know, our last one was last year. Our
Literally a year
like
ago
the
in
cover
September.
of our podcast, like we don't even know who those people are.
Those are strangers to me. I've never seen them before.
I wish we could be in Dallas with Jess doing them, but we
I
were like,
know.
let's just do them while we're together, and
Mhm.
it worked out. So we had our content
Mhm.
shoot.
Mhm. So lots of changes for season 3
Yes,
coming soon.
so much is happening. We're getting a new intro.
Yes.
Mark is making our new intro.
Hey, Mark.
Thanks, Mr. Mark.
He's really dusting off the DJ equipment
I
these
know he
past
goes, I
few
haven't
weeks.
made music in like 2 years. I'm like, well,
Here we go.
yeah, time to clock in, baby.
That's funny. Poor Mark. He's probably like, "Could you guys just, like, use a pre-made one?" We're
He's like,
like,
can
"No,
you
we need you to do it."
use a real podcast editor? I'm like, no. No, it's very our intro is gonna be very simple. But
Mhm.
we just need a little refresher, you know? It's season
Yeah.
3. We gotta refresh. We're gonna get our new photos. We're
Mhm.
working on some things.
Mhm. I also think it's funny, like, there's no set rule to, like, I feel like people think, like, season 1 is, like, a full year, and then, like, season 2 is another year. I'm
Mhm.
like, ours are just kinda, like, whenever we decide.
Yeah, whenever we want. I don't know.
Whenever we decide we want.
Yeah, I mean, we've had 2 seasons with like what
Mhm.
how many episodes are we at? 53, 52.
This is 55,
Wow,
so I know. I
that's
wonder when
crazy.
it was that we like, when did we say season 2? I wanna say it was probably, like, January of this year. Or no, it
Yeah.
was when we did the cover and everything with in Dallas in September. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
because
we're,
our
like,
first
right on.
season was like just Canva.
Right, yeah, no, our first season I feel like was very quick because we needed to just get it together, but then we were very quick to change everything when
Oh, those photos were so good.
wait, which ones?
Our photo shoot with Jess. Like we
Oh, I know.
finally had content. We were like, "Oh my god."
Like, thank God. We
Yes.
got so much this time too.
Mhm.
I'm excited for the refresh. I'm excited for stuff to actually look like us.
I know. Well, we both have chopped our hair, like,
Yeah.
it
And I
just looks
literally go
different.
next week to put long hair back in. Well,
Like,
it's not gonna
perfect.
be, like, super long. It's only I think it's gonna be to, like, here-ish.
Yeah.
I don't really know what length she got, but I'm gonna ask her to put it, like, well, probably a little longer than this.
Mhm.
So, like, maybe there.
Yeah.
Um, but I think we're gonna put some, like, fun color pieces
Hello.
in. Yeah.
Well,
I texted her yesterday though, having, like, a teeny bit of a meltdown. I was like, "I don't know if I'm ready to commit to that yet." I was like, "Are the blonde pieces that are going in, like, permanently attached to, like, my entire row of hair?" And she was like, "No, like, these can just go in and out, like, as you want." And I was like, "Okay. I feel better about that."
yeah, that's nice because I feel
So
like when you
mhm.
actually like, I committed to coloring my hair, and then I turned so
Right.
brassy that I was like it took, like,
Mhm.
2 appointments, I think, to get me back to, like, being dark, so
Mhm.
I'm just, like, not cut out for actually dying, so I think that's, like, such a nice,
Yeah.
like, temporary option.
Mhm. Yeah. I just don't know I don't know what color to do,
I think you'd look good with a little,
especially
like, caramel, like a little caramel swirl.
yeah, I don't know, and
Not,
it's
like,
gonna be
fully blonde,
interesting.
I don't think,
Well,
because
no,
your
the
hair's so dark.
pieces yeah, the pieces that are going in are blonde so that I can dye them whatever color I want. So, like,
Mhm.
I don't know if she's actually planning to put color in it that day or if she's just putting the blonde pieces in so that I can do whatever I want to them.
Hmm.
I don't really know yet.
Yeah.
Because I also again texted her and was like, "I'm, like, having a little panic about this." Like,
Mhm.
seeing that like, she sent me a picture, like, of my hair laid out, and I was like, "Seeing that, like, actually kinda gives me anxiety. I don't know if I'm ready for this." Like, look at this picture. Like, this is what she sent me.
Oh,
And I was like
wow.
yeah, I was like, "Oh, now that I see that, like, that's scary a little bit." So, I don't know, I might
Yeah.
just not do that next week, only because we have a wedding in October, and I don't know if it's, like, appropriate to I don't know if I'll see her before then to take the color out, so I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know yet.
I know, and your birthday, so
Mhm. Yeah.
make too
Yep.
rash of a decision. I just think the white is like it looks like skunk, the black and white.
Oh, yeah, no, well, that's
Like,
why,
if you
like, the
color it like
blonde
caramel, it'll look really good, I think.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I might go, like, red,
Yeah.
blue, I don't know. Who knows? The
Blue.
world is my oyster. You think I'm kidding?
No, I know you're not. You've been blue before and red.
Well, that's why, like, I feel better about it going this way because, like, my actual hair was ruined from doing that
Yeah.
because I would bleach it and then put color in it. So that's why I was like, I'm scared to kind of commit to this. Like, I almost wanna bring, like, my clip-in extensions and just have her, like,
Show.
dye those. Yeah, and be like, "Okay, I can just put the color in
Can you
whenever
just
I
put
want."
this on a head model so I can look at it?
No, literally.
But it's not
And
forever, so it's fine.
mhm, yeah. No, my only thing is I just don't know, like, with our schedule if I'll see her again before the wedding that we're going to, so I'm like, I might just wait until after that to do the fun color and just
Mhm.
go back to dark, but
Yeah.
anyway, enough about my head. Sorry.
It's never
That
enough.
was a conversation we've just needed to have.
Yes, yes. Very exciting. I just got
Um,
my hair done yesterday. Well, not I
mhm.
didn't do anything, just moved my weave up.
Yeah.
My
So
extensions.
you're feeling fresh?
Yes, I'm feeling so refreshed, but it always, like, feels so much shorter when you get it moved up.
Oh,
I'm
I
like,
know.
"Oh my god." Like, when I tried to clip it up, I was like, "Whoa, this feels way
Oh.
shorter than when it was."
I
So
know that's when I was cutting my hair short, Mariah was like, "Wait until we move your extensions up and then see if that, like,
yeah.
fixes anything because it's gonna feel like an inch shorter." And I was like,
Mhm.
"We did it." And I was like, "No, I still want it short."
Yeah. I
I
do
know,
love
I
your hair
just
like that.
thanks. Yeah, no, I
Mhm.
don't mind this length. The problem is my extensions that are in go up to here, because of how short I cut my hair, and now that it's growing out, like, this is all my real hair, and my extensions literally stop, like, an inch above them.
Yeah, that's crazy. You need a little longer, yeah.
Yeah, I just wanna go a little bit longer. I'm feeling a little Rachel Greeny with, like,
Yeah, that'll be
swoopy
so cute.
sides. Mhm, that's what
I would
I'm
love
thinking.
that. Yeah, we
Thank
literally looked like twins all
I know.
week last when Lex was here, and the amount of people that told us we look the same is so funny, but it's because of
I
our dark
know.
features, our hair, like, we had
Mhm.
our
It's
hair
just
curled
funny
the
because
same and
looking at you, I'm like, "We do not look alike literally at
no.
all," but I can see somebody, like, on the outside being like, "Oh, maybe they're related." But, like, the
Yeah,
amount of people who asked you, like, "Oh, is that your sister?" I'm like, "Do you guys not know that she doesn't have siblings?"
right. They're like, "Oh, your sister." I'm like, "Yeah, here she is. I just found her on,
Ancestry.com.
Ancestry." Yeah, I was thinking what the hell that was
I
called.
did a 23andMe and found out.
Yeah. No, when
Wouldn't be the
when
first
our
time I
hair is
found
both
out.
curled and down, we looked so similar.
Mhm.
But I
I
think it's
you
just,
look
like
like my older sister, though, it's
yeah,
so funny. Like, not age-wise, but,
I
like,
know.
I'm just, like, so much shorter than you that people are probably like, "Oh my god, I didn't know you had a 12-year-old sister."
Literally. Yeah, we heard that, like, probably 6 times while Lex
Mhm.
was here. It's
Yeah.
so funny.
Mhm. I
But,
know.
yeah, we
I'll
had a
never
lot of fun. We sobbed when Lex left. It's just
Mhm.
unfair. It's so unfair that we're not together all the time because
Literally. Yeah, we
our
cried the
podcast could be
whole
so much better for you guys.
imagine the yapping we could do if we
Oh
were
my
in person
god,
every week.
just imagine.
We would have bonus episodes, we'd have a Patreon with, like,
Yeah,
75 back episodes.
literally. So much content,
Mhm. I
like
know we got a ton done. The problem with that though is like even not so much with our stuff. Like I know we've said this before for ourselves, but like I go back and watch stuff from a week ago and I'm like, I don't like that anymore. I feel
mhm.
differently about our stuff because we're like so strategic about what we do when we're together. But
Yeah.
it's like funny by the time we're posting it, I'm like, I wish we posted this a month ago, you know, like just because I'm excited about it, not because I
I
don't
know.
like it anymore.
Yeah, because we
But
only get like so few opportunities to
yeah.
make content together that it's like
Mhm.
it's once every couple months that we have
Mhm.
like 2 days of content pretty much.
Right.
But like if we were together all the time, we could just come up with
Mhm.
content ideas whenever we wanted to.
Yep.
So we work hard every day towards that.
We're working towards our compound, don't worry.
Literally.
Our house is next door with a connecting tunnel.
That would be unreal.
Mhm. I think our
You'd be
next
like,
game plan should
"Veronica, get out of my house."
No, I'd be like, "Please move in."
Feel like I'm closing the tunnel for good.
No, the tunnel is always open. We can send Mark and Ethan somewhere together. They can go on one side and we'll go on the other.
Yeah, yeah.
We can play Fortnite.
Bye. Fortnite.
Where we dropping?
Yeah, so we had a good time.
Good time. And we're ready
Uh,
for season 3. So, yeah, keep your eyes peeled. In the next few weeks, we'll be working on a new cover, a new intro, new visuals. I think we're going to have a
Mhm.
new intro for our YouTube videos. Well, and our videos are now on Spotify. So, if you are watching this on Spotify, hello, we're talking to you. We didn't know this was a thing until 2 weeks ago.
I know. Always thought it was, like, for bigger like,
I thought you had to
accounts.
be, like, invited to do
I
that.
know,
Like,
and
I didn't know we could just do it.
yeah, all of a sudden, I was like, hello, we got this
Mhm,
notification to put our video on there." I'm like, "Here we come."
mhm.
So, yeah,
And it
that's
was
really
funny too,
cool.
like yeah, as soon as you sent that to me, I, like, went into Anchor and was like, "Where would you upload a video?" And I'm, like, looking at where I normally upload the audio, and I'm like, "Oh, it literally says audio or video." And I was like, "I just have never noticed that before because it just says upload your file." And then at the bottom, it says, like, accepted files, like MP3,
Yeah.
MP4, and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah. Well, now we
I had
know,
no
just in
idea."
time for season 3. You guys
Yeah.
can watch us on Spotify. I love that because that's how I
Mhm.
watch, like, a lot of my podcasts on Spotify.
Mhm.
It's just, like, a
See,
nice
and it's
little
so funny because I don't. I watch everything on YouTube or Apple.
In other news,
Yes.
Justin Bieber had his baby. Well, I guess Haley had the baby, but
Fucking Jack.
Jack
Jack.
Jack Blues Bieber.
Wait, what is it? Blues, right?
Blues. Blues Clues.
So here's the thing. I am so convinced that the girl with the plum Bieber theory was 100% correct. Like, I literally fully, wholeheartedly believe that.
I also believe that.
I think that they're either lying about what his name is, like just for social media, or I think that she literally was like, fuck, I can't name him that yet now.
Mhm.
Or was that going to be the girl's name?
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
I
so.
really thought they were having a girl
Yeah, was it
because
never
I don't
confirmed
know,
that it
naming
was
a
a.
boy Plum, I mean,
Yeah,
who am I to judge,
no,
I guess, but, like, not the
I
first option.
guess. I mean, what's her name? Gwyneth is I think it's Gwyneth Paltrow. Her daughter's name
Yeah,
is
Apple.
Apple.
I
Like,
can't. Yeah, it's kind of
but I mean, like Kylie Jenner changed her baby name like
yeah,
twice, I think.
I know,
So,
that's true. She did.
I mean, maybe
Yeah.
Jack is a placeholder, but I mean, I love that name. It just was not what I was expecting at all.
Mhm.
Like, I was
Me
not
neither.
expecting a Jack Bieber.
No, it's so, like, simple for a celebrity. Celebrities
Mhm.
always go, like, crazy, I feel, with, like,
Mhm.
the most, like, unique random name.
Right. And the blues is interesting because that's like sad. Like blues means like to be sad.
Yeah. I know, I wonder about, like, I don't know, all of it, I guess, like,
Mhm.
first, middle, what why they
I know
came up with
all of
those
it.
2. Yeah, but we probably won't know, and we probably won't see this baby because they're probably gonna
Mhm.
try to keep their life very private,
Mhm.
which is fair. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm sure there's gonna be some asshole paparazzi that
Mhm.
posts because they always do.
Right. I mean,
I
unless
can't
she
even
just
imagine.
stays inside with it. Like Emma Roberts, like
Mhm.
her child's photo wasn't on the internet until he was like 2.5 because
Well, her mom exposed the child.
yes,
Yeah.
like, are you joking? I would lose my mind on her.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's
I
very
know.
exciting for them. Congratulations, Biebers. Wish it was me, but congratulations, Biebers. I
Bieber's.
guess. And by wish it was me, I mean, I wish I was having Justin Bieber's child, not
Yeah,
I want one
literally.
in general. Let me specify that.
The only way we'll be having children is if they're of Bieber descent.
Correct. I just feel like everything happened so quietly. Like, I know they were like I know she's obviously very private about a lot of stuff, but, like, I just feel like she was so quiet. Or maybe it's just because I don't, like, follow her, I guess, so maybe she was,
Yeah.
like, posting a lot of stuff about it, but, like, I feel like that one maternity video that they did was, like, the big thing, and then, like, all of a sudden she had a baby.
Yeah, well, it's 'cause that was at, like, 6 months. So then
Mhm.
all of a sudden you're having the baby and it's like
Right, but did she, like, really not post a lot about it in between then?
not really. Like, do I even follow her? I don't think I even follow her, but
Mhm.
or maybe I do. I don't
I
know.
just, like, definitely don't see her stuff unless I
No, like,
seek
even
it
the day
out.
she delivered or, like, the past couple days, like, all she's posted is road stuff.
Yeah,
There's
that's so weird.
there's only 3 posts of her belly on her page.
Now I'm just scrolling through everything.
Yeah,
This
like,
whole,
there's
like,
literally
screenshot from your camera roll thing that she does is interesting.
screenshot from your camera roll?
So, like, look at this one post. Like, she's taking a picture, but, like, just screenshots
Oh,
it. See how, like,
yeah,
the
I've seen
exposure
people
thing is
doing
up?
that. That's a lot
Yeah, I
more
feel
work
like a
than
lot of people do
required.
it. Mhm.
Hmm,
Did she
yeah.
do a
Well, I'm all for it to not be literally posting up the ass about it.
Yeah, oh, wait. This dress, like, low-key kinda looks like the one dress you tried on.
I know it does. Oh, yeah, I guess that's an update. I got my wedding dress.
Oh, yeah.
Forgot
Yay,
about
we have
that.
a dress.
Yes. We have a dress for the
She's
wedding. I know,
and
it's
a veil.
crazy. And a veil. And I just got shoes. Oh, I actually have to send you these shoes. They're sick. Well, I mean, they're nothing crazy, but, like, I
Wait, you
think
got like,
they're cool.
as wedding shoes, you got them?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. I'm so ready to
They're
see.
from
I have not
Aldo.
seen Veronica's dress. I actually want to see it more than anything in this world, but I said, "Don't send it to me."
I sent her ones I tried and didn't
Mhm.
choose. I think it's
Yeah,
not a
I'm
huge
open to
deal.
seeing the runner-ups.
Okay, so I really hope that these are everything that it says they are. So I really wanted them to be, like, tall because Mark is 6'1", so I can get away with, like, getting tall shoes. So these
Oh,
are 4 inches
cute.
because the ones I wore, she said if I got, like, an inch or 2 taller, I wouldn't need any alterations on the bottom. So
Mhm,
I was like, "Yeah, I want taller shoes anyway," because the ones I brought, I didn't really know. But these
mhm.
are called Pillow Walk.
I
So
was
these
gonna say
what
they
I'm
look
showing.
so comfy, like, the
You see on
inside
the
of them.
inside, it looks like a literal, like, plush.
Yeah,
So it says, "Designed with dual density foam and padded insoles, the style is extra comfortable." Um,
I'm obsessed.
Crafted with pillow soles for dreamy comfort. Expect
How
the
did
unexpected
you
with our most comfortable design yet. Crafted with dual density foam, helps to absorb impact and release comfortability for the ultimate confidence in your step. Combination of higher density polyurethane and soft memory foam.
and how did
Um,
you find these? Like, were
I
they
just looked up.
recommended?
Yeah, I just looked up like white thick heel,
I didn't
and
know if they were, like, a staple in the bridal world or something that, like,
oh no,
everybody
I just like I've worn Lulus before, like in a wedding,
Mhm,
and I know like a lot of people wear Lulus. They are so fucking uncomfortable. Like my feet were killing when I was wearing them as a bridesmaid. I couldn't wait to take them off. Like they hurt so bad by the time it was time to walk down the aisle. So I feel like shoes that I have like the thick heel
mhm.
are so much easier. But then
Yeah.
even like seeing this like pillow inside, I'm like, that looks comfy.
Oh, yeah, that pillow is insane.
I know. So
They look
got
so
my
comfy,
think I
and I
got my
don't
shoes as well. I got my rehearsal dinner dress.
wait, and when do you so you got your dress, but you didn't take it home yesterday, right? Like
No, because the
right.
dress was too big, the like, trying it on. So they take your measurements, and she, like, will measure, like, bust, waist,
Mhm,
hips, and then they're like, "This is your size," and then they send it to the designer. So the
mhm,
designer you get your dress, like, made to your body, but then I
mhm.
go in it won't be until January, which is like a while. So
Oh,
that's
wow.
why you want to go early, because it does take like a couple months.
Right.
So in January, I'll go back for an appointment to like try on the dress. She's going to have her seamstress there just in case there's any other alterations. Hopefully not though. Like I hope it was with the
Mhm.
measurements they took, and like if I stay the same, like it'll just be, unless I get even more skinny,
I was
but
gonna say, you could get so skinny. You
yeah,
already
but
are.
yeah, no, I feel like good about where I'm at right now, but we'll see.
Mhm.
So she'll have her seamstress there, and depending on what else needs to be adjusted, will be adjusted, but hopefully not
Mhm.
much.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's so exciting. I'm so
no,
happy for
it
you,
was
and you
so
had the
exciting.
cutest little day with mom and
No,
mother-in-law. Not
yeah,
technically yet, but technically.
I know. I feel like I didn't go with like, I kind of went with something that I thought I would, but like not at the same time. Like I always pictured
Mhm.
myself in something else, and then when I saw other people on Pinterest, I was picturing something else. But
Mhm.
then I tried those ones, like ball gown and like all these ones I saw on Pinterest that looked
Mhm.
so good on other people, and it was just not it on me. I'm
I
like,
do
no,
not see you in a poofy ball gown literally at all. Like, I
no.
even said to you, I was like, "I don't know what I would, like, even would place you in, like, if I had to think of one." Like, the last picture that you sent me, I was like, "That's definitely one that I could see you in," but, like, never once did I think you were about to get, like, big poofy ball gown.
No.
Like,
And
you're
they were
so
so
much more
expensive.
like
The one I tried
yeah,
was like almost 3 grand. I'm like, "What
yeah,
the hell?" It was
that's
insane.
insane.
So I'm
Which,
glad I
like
didn't like that one.
mhm.
Huh?
Yeah. I was just gonna say, if you are open and willing to spend that money on your dress, like, so be it. I hope it's your
Yeah,
dream dress,
not
no
for me.
judgment. I just like we said, I would literally be sleeping in it. I would be going to the gym in it. I would be going to the
Mhm.
grocery store in it, like
Oh, yeah, easily. Even with mine, I'm
Mhm,
like, I'm still like, "Oh my god, it's one day," but, like,
mhm. Yeah, but
it's
if
worth
it's
it.
what you love, yeah.
It is. I'm, like, obsessed with it. I wouldn't change anything.
Mhm,
I love it. So,
mhm.
talk to me in a couple months, though. Maybe I'll be like, "Wait."
Well, I was just gonna say, like, not to be, like, Debbie Downer, but, like, I get so scared committing to stuff that far out that it's like, what if by January you don't like it anymore? I'm sure you
I
will, though.
know.
It's not like you're not picking something, like, super trendy or, like, in the moment you like. Like, I think
Yeah.
you I mean, I obviously don't know what you picked, but I'm assuming you picked something that 100 years from now you'll still love, so
Yeah, it's very, like, simple and
Mhm.
classy, I feel, and will just
Yeah,
not lose its, like,
appeal.
it's like, yeah, it's, like, timeless.
Mhm. Yeah.
How I feel about my
Well, that's
ring.
why I, like, figured like, I just see you leaning more towards, like, the like, satin or silk or whatever material, not, like, the big floofy
Yep.
not the big floofy
No, I feel
ball
like people
gown.
know,
Yeah.
like, everyone
I'm
I've talked to, they're like,
making
"I picture you in this," and it's, like,
yeah.
very simple, like,
Mhm.
not even Mark said that, he's like, "Not poofy, not
Mhm.
sparkly, not
Mhm.
crazy," because that's just me, like,
Oh,
if
yeah,
you
I don't
know.
even picture you with, like, the beading or, like, sparkles or anything
No,
like
there's
that.
none of that shit. She made me try one on, like, I think it was the second one I put on. It was, like, crazy. It had these bows. I didn't even take a picture because I was like, "Get this off my body." It
You're
would
like,
had the
"Absolutely not."
nothing against this dress or if you like dresses like that, but it was just not me, and I did not like
Yeah.
it on me, but she's like, so many people go into something and they're like, "No, that's not for me at all," but then they try it and then they love it,
Mhm.
so she was like, "I really want you to try it to really eliminate it," and I'm like, "Okay."
Mhm.
So they had these, like, bows right on the shoulders, and then it had these, like, giant, like, cups almost, like, they were, like, rounded cups and
Oh,
sparkly, then it
wow.
was, like, kinda see-through, but sparkly, and then it was like a mermaid down and then poofy at the bottom, and it was all, like, sparkle and all of this lace, and it was everything combined, like,
That's a
sparkle, lace,
lot.
bows, like, it was a lot, and I came out and I was like, "Oh my god," and my mom and Sue, they're like, "Yeah, no," like, they're like, "It's beautiful, but no." I'm like, "No."
Yeah. Well, at least you eliminated that, and
Yeah.
that immediately took away half of the store, so
No.
it
Yeah,
was
it was
easy
like a
to
whole section of, like, she's like, "I didn't think this was you by your selections, but I just want you
just
to
wanted
try
to
it."
double
So I was
check.
like, "Okay." Yeah, it doesn't
I
hurt to
used to
try, it's, like, fun
be
too, but
I used to be very convinced that either myself would wear this style or like that it was the best style, but I used to be obsessed with mermaid style dresses.
Mhm.
And now, like, I literally, there's no amount of money I think that I would ever willingly wear a mermaid
No.
style dress. No offense to anybody else, just on myself, I realized that is not the style.
You just have to know that you're gonna be a little bit constricted in it, like, you have to
Yeah.
take that into account. Like, I tried 2 that were like that kinda, like, they were really
Mhm.
tight around the thigh, and I
Mhm.
feel like I couldn't even really take that big of a step, and, like, for
Right.
dancing purposes, like, I just want to
Mhm.
be comfortable and feel free because 'cause you're gonna be in it all day, so, like,
Mhm.
if you really wanna, like, be like, "Okay, I'm gonna take the uncomfortability because I really love this dress," like, do you, but I
Mhm.
just couldn't I can't. If something is, like, suffocating me somewhere, if I feel
Mhm.
uncomfortable, if I feel like something's so tight, I literally wanna crawl out of my skin, so
Right.
and I know you're the same way, like, I just
Mhm.
can't when certain fabrics or, like, certain things, the way they feel on your body, like,
Mhm.
especially from the morning until freaking, like, midnight, like, that's a long
Yeah,
day.
that's a long day.
Yeah. I mean, well, you don't put your dress on in the morning, but just saying, like, even the whole night, like, I don't think I
Yeah.
could do it if I wasn't comfortable. So I picked a very comfortable dress that I literally would sleep in, run in, like, everything.
I know, I was like, are you gonna do, like, a costume change or an outfit change, like, for
Costume
the
change.
later half? I just always call it a costume change, even, like, in regular everyday. That was actually, like, coined from my Orange Theory days because so many people would, like, come in and work out and then shower and leave. I'm like, "Oh, you did a costume change into your real people clothes."
I'm changing into
Um,
our merch.
yeah. So, literally,
No.
how funny would
I
that
won't be
be?
changing into anything because I think when you pick such a comfortable dress, like,
Mhm.
you just wanna stay in it, and I
Mhm.
did. So, yeah, that's
So
really
we're
great.
excited.
I was very excited, very under
And one
budget,
more
so that was
thing
nice.
yeah, and one more thing off of your list of stuff, which, like, honestly is not really that big now that
No,
everything's all set.
I know. That was, like, really well, we have to get our bands, but
Mhm.
and then just some decor stuff and send some save the dates, but, like, that's pretty much it. We're, like, chilling.
Pretty much there.
I know, it's wild. It feels more real when you get your dress. It's like, "Oh my god."
Mhm. Wait, yeah, so will you not even, like, take your dress home until, like, right before?
Yeah, like, in
Yeah,
January, I'll go, and if it doesn't need anything, I take it home, but if
then you
it
take it
needs
home.
alterations, then, yeah, I won't take it home. I'm just,
It'll
like,
be
scared to travel with it, like, I don't know how that's gonna like, how do I
well,
do that?
yeah, that's
I
what I
need
was
to
gonna
look on
ask
TikTok for
you.
this because, like, I've seen people, like, buy a seat for their dress,
No,
like
literally, and then do it, like, as your carry-on item.
yeah, I honestly might, because like, we have
I mean,
points
yeah, what else?
anyway, you may as well use the points to have a free seat,
No,
and
literally.
I don't wanna
'Cause I
check
mean
it, like, there's no way I'm putting that thing
I was gonna say,
on the
like, you
plane.
could literally use an entire suitcase for it, but, like, the thought of checking it, like, horrifies me.
Same. I mean, yeah, I guess I could just fit it in my suitcase because it's not, like, poofy or anything.
Mhm.
I guess
Or,
I
like,
could
even
just
if
fit
you
it
just wanted to, like, make sure it wasn't, like, in with anything else, you could literally probably fit it, like, in a carry-on and just use that, like,
yeah,
as your thing. Because yours,
that's
like,
true.
it's not, like, super poofy or anything, and you can always
No.
steam it when you get there.
So true, I didn't even think about that. I don't know why I'm, like, picturing this black thing that I have to, like, carry around and, like, put it next to
Well,
me.
because I think that is, like, the standard, but I think
Yeah.
when you're not doing one that's, like, super poofy like that, like,
Yeah.
even if it's just, like, lightly folded and the reason I said, like, nothing else in the suitcase is so it's not, like, crushed by anything, like,
Mhm.
I would literally just give it its own little, like,
Home.
carry-on. Mhm, yeah.
Has its own little home to fly.
Literally. Are you picking out Mark's tux or what he's wearing?
No, he'll just go just black, like, just a black tux and no
Nothing crazy.
ties, like, it's just, like, a white button down and
Mhm.
a tux, a nice tux, and that's
Yeah.
it. I don't really love the, like, look of ties or bows or it just, like,
Mm-mm.
feels so proper. I don't know,
Mhm.
but Gabby was
Yeah.
funny. She was sending me, um, dresses at midnight the other night. She's like, "I couldn't sleep. I had to pick my dress for your wedding."
Oh my god. I
She
feel
picked
so
me
behind. Everybody's, like, talking about
oh
what
my
they're
god.
wearing for
We're not at
everything.
all.
I'm like,
At all. We have so much time. I'm just like, when I'm bored, I just do something.
that's so funny.
Or, like,
No,
when I have
your outfit
downtime,
yesterday
I do
where
something.
killing it. Like, I'm so excited for that.
That's
That I
wonderful.
get though, because that's like an event that you need to have things planned for. I mean,
Mhm.
obviously so is your wedding weekend, but I'm like, what if I commit to a dress now and I don't like it by that time?
Right.
Like, that's what
I
scares me.
know. But you only have, like you don't have enough time. Like, even January, like, if I need alterations, it'll probably be February and then
Oh, no, no,
2
no.
months
I mean
before
for
the
your
wedding.
guests. Like, I
Oh,
mean
yeah,
your
yeah, yeah.
guests that are committing to what they're wearing
Oh,
right
yeah,
now,
you could
that gives
literally
me
find one a
anxiety.
month before if you wanted to.
Oh,
It's just so different when you're getting a bridesmaid dress that you have to
oh,
do months in
yeah.
advance, but, like,
Mhm.
for everyone, it's honestly, like, so nice because you guys can
Mhm.
change your mind or, like, get one a month
Right.
before. I just like getting stuff because then I'm like, "Oh, it's free by the time that, like,
So literally
the
it's
date
girl
comes."
math. I just got a free dress to your wedding because I bought it
Yes,
6 months ago.
exactly. I'm like, "All this shit I'm buying for the wedding, it's fine because I don't have to pay it
Mhm.
all at once when it comes
Right.
time."
Yeah, no, it's actually very smart to do it very spread out. I just am scared to commit to what I would be wearing
I
to your
know.
wedding by now because I have commitment issues, but
That's okay. We'll find you something, I'm sure.
happens to the best of us. I know maybe I just need to consult with Gabby about what she's wearing and go based off of her decision. Yeah, we'll figure it out when it gets a little bit closer. Who knows? I've
Mhm.
got about 75 contenders right now, and trying to narrow it down is impossible. So
I
we'll
have
save
8
that for,
months to narrow it down, so it's
yeah,
fine.
we'll save that for a later date. So,
Yeah.
but love that everyone else is more prepared than me.
No, you'll be fine.
My type A goes away sometimes.
Yeah. You just need it to be a little closer to the date
Mhm.
to feel real.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. No, my thing is if I were to buy something right now, I would look at it in my closet for that long and be like,
Mhm. Do I want that?
"Do I like that?" Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have anxiety about it. So,
Mhm.
that's just my own issue though.
It is what it is.
It
Anyway,
is what it is. But yeah, lots of pros and cons. And speaking of pros and cons, let's talk about something. I know I'm skipping over the Sabrina Carpenter thing. Either we'll come back to that or
yeah.
we don't talk about it. It wasn't like anything crazy. Just like, did you hear? Maybe I'll just leave this part in. Did you
Yeah.
see like Jenna Ortega and Camilla and
Mhm.
Shawn Mendes and
Shawn
whatever?
Mendes stuff, yeah.
Yeah. That's
That was
really all I know about it though. Like, I just thought the video was like really good.
I didn't
Like,
watch the full one, but I saw, like, snippets of it, so I
you
didn't watch
need to
the full
watch the
thing,
full one.
but I need
Yeah.
to watch it because I
Have
know, like, the premise of it and what
Yeah.
goes
But I
on,
mean,
but
but it's also so funny, like, did you see all of the stuff with her and the Barry guy breaking up? And it's
yeah,
like,
and
so
it's so weird that it's, like, right on cue, like, I wonder if it was, like, "Oh,
PR,
let's" yeah, or, like
literally.
or start these rumors, and they're still actually
Mhm.
together, but they just wanna, like,
Mhm.
promote because she's about to go on tour, like,
Mhm.
whole thing, so
Yeah. No, I just love her, like, I don't wanna say everything about her in the way that I love everything about her, but I just think it's so funny, like, when you look at her, she's, like, this tiny little, like, Disney character almost, and
Mhm.
then she's making these videos where, like, she's murdering someone and, like, Jenna
I know,
Ortega and her make out, like, I'm like, "Oh my god," like,
I
"Whoa."
know.
But the song itself, like, the first time I heard it, I was like, okay, like pop song, whatever. And then I watched the video. I was like, wait, I actually like love this. But yeah, I don't really know like a ton about the whole situation. But if you didn't see it, Sabrina Carpenter's music video for Taste. Supposedly she chose Jenna Ortega because she looks like Camila Cabello, and supposedly she chose the guy because he looks like Shawn Mendes. And apparently there's some sort of like weird love triangle there. Like she was dating Shawn, and then like Camilla can't. I don't really know the full situation.
He was with Camilla, they broke up, he started dating Sabrina for, like, a hot second, like, it was super
Mm.
quick, and then he was seen making out with Camilla at, like, Coachella or
Oh.
something, and then that's how, like, Sabrina found out or something like that, and then now, obviously, like, they've
Mhm.
broken up, got back together, broken up, got back together, like, they're always on that
Right.
back and forth, so I think that's what it was about. It's just so funny coming out with it, so I feel like that was, like, 3 years ago
Well,
or, like,
that's what
so
I
long
was
ago.
thinking. Yeah, I was like,
But
I'm
I
not
know
even like
music takes time, like, I'm sure that it was, like,
right.
already written back then and, like,
Mhm.
it takes a while for things to come out, so
Right.
by the time it does, it's like, "Wait, that was so long ago," but
Mhm.
it can't be, like, real time unless you're literally getting on the track and just putting it
Mhm.
out, but
Right. Yeah, no, I get that. Or it's her being like, that was so long ago. Like, why would you even assume I cast Jenna
Yeah.
Ortega to look like her? She's like, I'm so over that. Like, this was just a coincidence. Like, I don't
Mhm.
know. I think Jenna Ortega was perfect for it anyway, but
She's
just
Latina
'cause she's
too, so that was, like,
yeah,
another
yeah.
clue is, like, that's why it was her because she's also
Mhm.
Latina.
Yeah. I mean, Jenna Ortega's in a lot of, like, weird horror stuff anyway, so,
Yeah.
like, her being in something where she's literally getting stabbed in the eyeball and chainsawing somebody in half, like, fits. But
Mhm.
yeah, highly recommend the video. It's really good even if you, like, don't love the song or her or anything. Because it's actually so there's a movie from either the '80s or the '90s, and it's called Death Becomes Her, and that's what this music video, like, is a parody of.
Mm.
I've never seen the movie. I just
Okay.
watched, like, a TikTok that was like, "Here's all of the similarities," and I was like, "Oh, this is literally, like, down to, like, her having the hole from this, like, fence post, like, everything is the same." It was very clearly about this movie, which
Mhm.
I also think it, like, makes it funny that she's like, "Who said this was about Camilla and
Yeah.
Sean?" Like, clearly, I'm just making fun of this movie from the '80s, like,
Yeah. Of course.
I just love all of her little innuendos.
I know,
But
same.
anyway, so I was originally going to skip over that and then went right back to it. But something else that we want to talk about today are basically a boiled down version is the pros and cons of repurposing your content just because of some experiences that we have been having, like seeing people repurpose their content.
Mhm.
There's nothing wrong with it. And like, we don't mean, we record our video for our podcast and then we cut it up and put it on YouTube and put it on Instagram Reels. Like, we don't mean repurposing in a way where you're using the same piece of content like
Mhm.
throughout a bunch of different channels. More so, what we mean are the people who, specifically like sales coaches, who are literally just sharing the same like slides that they are using to promote their products or their masterminds or whatever. We just have noticed that there are some people who just kind of throw them up and think that that just does the job for them. And I get the whole, you have to read something so many times before it
Mhm.
sinks in or whatever. But like, where's the line between like you're just being lazy and like throwing the same stuff up? Like,
Mhm.
somebody saying, like, oh, I kind of forgot it said that because I wrote it so long ago. Like, that's where we start to
Yeah.
be like, should you be reposting something if you aren't even sure if you fully agree with it still?
Mhm.
Like, that's where I think it gets a little bit weird.
Yeah. Like, all for repurposing your content, especially when it's been, like, a while and, like, maybe you have new followers and people haven't seen you
Mhm.
post that yet, or, like, it's not in your highlights, whatever. You
Right.
can totally repurpose your content, but I think standing by what you say and, like, making sure that it is still something that you believe in and, like, the right way to promote something. I just
Mhm.
think, like, if it's been such a long time since you've posted something, I don't know that I would like, when I look at something I've posted, say, like, 6 months ago, a year ago, I'd be like, "Oh, I wish I said it this way." Like, this is how
Mhm.
I would say it now, or, like, this is what I would add. So I think just, like, repurposing it, but not completely copy and pasting, because I do see a
Mhm.
lot of people too that I have seen their posts, and then they post it again the next month, and I'm like, "This is the same thing with the same caption."
Mhm.
Like, I get it, but at the end of the day, it does come off like it's lazy because you aren't even
Mhm.
taking that time and effort to be like, "How can I make this better? How can I
Mhm.
what can I tweak to make this the best post it can be?" Instead of just like the copy and paste, because it is just
Mhm.
so easy to do that, and maybe you
Mhm.
don't have the time to do it. So I get it, but at the same time, if you are like, "Oh, I don't remember that it even said that," or like,
Right, like,
"That's
that's an
not even what I
issue.
meant by it." Like, if you
Mhm.
say what you mean and mean what you say, and if you don't even remember, I don't know that you should be posting something from so long
Right.
ago if you either don't agree with it now or like you don't remember it. I mean, even courses, like I think a lot of people will sell courses with like video ones, especially like I've seen people promoting, and I'm like, I can tell that was you like 4 years ago. You look completely different and
Mhm.
nothing's getting updated and nothing is like
Mhm.
new. Like,
Yep.
I don't know. I just feel like if you're still having people buy into something from your knowledge from 4 years ago, you've clearly been
Mhm.
getting a lot more experience. So you
Right.
should be updating that if you're like still taking clients or like students on. into
Mhm.
that. I just feel like I don't know. That's just my take on it. I'm like, if you
Mm.
recorded something, yes, it might still be like the face
Relevant.
isn't relevant and like, yeah,
Yeah.
that doesn't change, but I'm sure like you have more experience now and like
Mhm.
you charging more for the same course makes no sense when nothing in it
Mhm.
has changed.
Right.
Like that's the thing. I'm like, if you have kept the same price and like made it known like this was filmed 4 years ago, just know that these skill sets and like what I'm teaching you was based on 2020 than
Mhm.
2024, like then sure. But I think there's no like acknowledgement of that. And it's just like, here's the course and it's increased in
Mhm.
pricing. And it's like, why? It's the same information.
Mhm. I don't wanna speak too much on the specific situation, but right before that slide was a bunch of testimonial DMs, and it's
Mhm.
like, well, now I don't really trust that those are, like, real testimonials. Like, if you're already telling me that you're just using the same slide you posted a year ago, like, are you not using the same like, are these the same 5 testimonials that
Yeah.
you've used the entire time and you don't have any new ones to use because nobody's really like, that's again, it just makes I think we've always questioned everything from everybody, but you made such a good point that, like, we look back on stuff from a week ago and we're like, "Oh, I
Mhm.
could have done that different. I could have made it better in this way. Like, I've learned
Yeah.
something new since then." Like, regardless of it saving you time, like, you as whatever type of service provider or business owner or social media manager you are, like, you should always be willing to go back and make something better than it was. And if you are continuously learning new things and growing your skills, like, it shouldn't be hard to go back and make it better. And that's not to
Yeah.
say, like, yes, like, businesses have, like, their story and their taglines and stuff, like, that doesn't change, and that's not what we mean by being repetitive, but, like, it's more so it just comes off as lazy sometimes when you're, like and, like, clearly not, like, proofreading it, you're not reading it
Yeah.
in a way that it's, like the wording of certain things can come off wrong, and, like, you,
Mhm.
again, as somebody who clearly has made a lot of content between then and now should be able to look at it and be like, "How can I make this better?"
Yeah. You have
If that makes
typos, you have like things that aren't relevant anymore. Like
Mhm.
you have to be updating things and
Yeah.
you say the same stuff to your clients or like to your students,
Mhm.
keeping things like refreshed and new and up with
Right.
the times of what you're teaching. Like I think you have to practice what you preach. And if you're not,
Mhm.
then I don't I don't know why I would work with someone or
Mhm.
even take on someone as a student if I'm like it would be like me selling Agency Builder now when that
Mhm.
was
Right.
2021, I
Mhm.
think, 2022. I don't know, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago,
Yeah.
like I was
Long enough ago that it's
so
weird if you were
oh
to
my
sell
god,
it
it would
now.
be so weird if I was to sell it
Mhm.
now. Like the people that are in it and like they have lifetime access to it and
Mhm.
I didn't update anything up until like now. Well, I updated a
Mhm.
few things, but it's like I haven't sold that in so
Mhm.
long because I
Mhm.
would do things better. I would do things differently. That's why we have the social media manager business blueprint because we
Yeah.
just created it and we're always adding or like taking things
Mhm.
away or making things better. Like I
Yeah.
can't imagine us increasing pricing on the social media manager blueprint and then not updating anything for like 3 to 4
Right,
years
without
and
changing
uploading the
anything.
same stories that I have on our social media about it.
But it's just more expensive because we need
Yeah.
somebody to buy it. Like, that's what
Yeah.
it comes off as, is, like, when there's an unjustified, like, raising of prices, it almost to me comes off like you're just desperate for somebody to buy
Mhm.
it and, like, you need more money from somebody buying it. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Same thing the other way too. I feel like when people just, like, super discount everything, it's like, "Okay, are you saying that your messaging didn't work on the higher pricing? Like,
Mhm.
where did this" I don't know, I just feel so weird about everything selling online lately,
Yeah.
specifically in the coaching realm, not so
Mhm.
much, like, product-based businesses, more so, like,
Mhm.
stuff that we do because yeah, it's like that saying, like, "One bad apple spoils the bunch." Like, I just feel like there's somebody else who read the stories that we read and felt the same way that we felt, and it just
Mhm.
wasn't a great feeling to be made to feel like what you do isn't good enough, and like come to find out it's something that person doesn't even remember writing. Like it's just weird. It's just
it's
not my
disappointing.
favorite.
It's disappointing. And that's
Yeah.
why we will never be coaches.
No, literally. Like, take me out, coach. I'm
Yeah.
done.
We will be mentors and social media managers and
Mhm.
podcasters.
Mhm.
That's not
All
I
of the
don't
above.
I don't learn from anyone that is not currently doing what they are
Mhm.
preaching about teaching other people.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing too. I'm like, I get you were a social media manager in 2017,
Mhm.
but like, what do you know about it now? Like,
Yeah.
it's yeah. And I mean, exactly like you said, it would be like us selling our old courses, for lack of better terms, now. And I'm like, mine
Mhm.
hasn't literally been updated since 2021. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way I could
No.
possibly sell that.
No.
It just wouldn't feel right. So,
There.
if you take anything away from this, it's not us just bashing people who repurpose their content or reuse old content. Just maybe take a second to read through and make sure you still 100% stand behind everything that you're posting and make sure
Mhm.
that there's nothing you wouldn't change. And again, it's not a bad thing to want to be better than your past versions of yourself, I don't think. Like there's nothing wrong with that. So if you are taking the time to look through and see what you could make better, see what could be different, I think you'll end up reaching a lot more people. And
Yeah.
uh, social media just isn't the checklist. Like it's not just like, oh, I got to get a post up today. Let me
Yeah.
just use something old. Like you're never going to be better off doing that than not doing anything at all. So,
Mhm.
yeah, that's how I feel about that.
Exactly. Agreed.
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 Wait, I have one more pop culture thing to ask you about that I
Yes.
have just been meaning to ask you about. Do
Okay.
you care about the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives that's coming to Hulu?
Yes, I am very excited about that.
Okay.
I was like in that when it was happening,
Mhm.
and so
Yeah.
I'm excited to see it.
So I feel like I have a weird perspective of it because the literal only person that I know is Taylor Frankie Paul.
Mhm.
Like I don't know the Miranda girl. I don't know anything with like the podcast girl that just like I literally am learning all of this like in real time.
Mhm.
And somebody said to me because they sent me something about it and I was like, "You know what's weird is like I'm really not that excited for this." I think it's because I have been so obsessed with like Mormon culture that I've been watching shows on TLC about Mormon culture for this long that I'm like, I just feel like they're like the social media Mormons, like the whole
Yeah.
swinging thing. Like I recently learned about that. Like I
Mhm.
had no idea. I knew who Taylor Frankie Paul was. And then I remember like really going down a rabbit hole with her when she got in the fight with
Yeah, with her boyfriend.
boyfriend who I think she now has a baby with, right?
Yes.
But she already had 2 kids from somebody else, and
From her
that was who
husband,
the
yeah.
swinging was happening with, right.
Yes.
So, yeah. So, I feel
Yep.
like I have just gotten my Mormon fix, like, in
Yeah.
other ways, but I just again, like, I feel out of the loop because I don't really know who all of them are. I'm still gonna watch it, and I'm still excited for it, but I'm not, like I'm so not caught up on, like, who all of these people are and everything. So, I
Mhm.
didn't know if you knew, like, the whole situation about everything, because
Yeah.
I might need you to give me, like, a little tea time.
Yeah, I was caught up, like, when it was happening, like, last
Yeah.
year or yeah, a year and a half ago, whatever, when everything was happening.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know, like, all of them, but I know, like, Camille, Miranda, Taylor,
Mhm.
um, I don't think I know the rest of them, like, who were all involved, but I
But
remember,
you were,
like,
like,
everything.
aware of them before
Yeah.
all of this.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, I
They were
really
just,
only
like,
knew
the
Taylor Frankie
dancers, like,
Paul.
all they did was dance on TikTok, and then all of that went
Yeah.
down, and I just seeing from, like, what Taylor went from doing to what she's doing now, just, like, her content, like, she's being, like, more lifestyle, talking, chatting, like, doing day in the life, like, things like that.
Mhm.
Before, it was literally just all of these, like, dances and, like,
Yes. Wait,
controversial things, like, written all over the screen, and it was just so
do
different. I
you
actually like her now.
okay, so do you remember when she used to post the videos trying to prank people that her house was haunted?
Yes.
I literally
The
thought
doors.
I thought I made this up. I had to go down such a rabbit hole because I'm sitting here watching this girl. This was, like, a few months ago, and I'm like, why do I recognize this girl? And then I went to like some of her old videos and it was when she was still in that house with like
Yeah.
the upstairs. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my fucking God. I was like, this girl used to pretend her house was haunted and she would like get the views because she would just like let the door close in the background and like not say anything about it. And people would be like, oh my God, did you see the
Yes.
door close? I'm like, I can't believe this is the same person. And like, I
I
just think
know.
it's so funny. Like you start out like very clickbaity and then like you kind of get mad that people don't take you seriously and then all of the swinging. I'm like, this girl has been through a lot. Like
A
I
lot.
can't like the rabbit hole I went down
I
when I
know.
learned who this was. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this. So
I know.
a couple people said something to me about it and I was like, I feel like I'm not that excited about it just because I was out of the loop with a lot of it. But I'm excited that you are excited for it because then I'll be excited for it too.
Yeah, no, I am excited because I feel like I was, like, watching it all in real time, like,
Okay.
unfolding, and I was like, "Oh, this is just so annoying." Like, I really did not like any of them back
Yeah.
then because I'm like, they're pretending like Taylor is, like, the mom of them 2, and they're, like,
Right.
a throuple and all these like, it was all so clickbaity, but obviously
The
people eat
weird
that shit up. It
stories.
was really
Mhm.
weird, yeah, and now I
Yeah,
really, really like her, like, she's so different, and, like, I really like her as a person because of
'cause
who
she's
she
kind
is
of, like,
now.
separated herself from
Oh,
them,
yeah.
right? Like, doesn't she really not have anything to do with any of them? Like, I'm
She
extremely
does with the
interested.
other girls, like, the other
Okay,
girls, they, like, all figured it out, but I think Camille and Miranda, like, they never did,
gotcha.
so they are not a part of it or, like, gonna be in it.
Yeah, yeah.
Um But yeah, I'm very curious to see because it was filmed so long ago too, so it's just, like, to
Right.
watch that and obviously every show is, like, dramatized and makes it so, like
Mhm.
they love the drama, that's why people are gonna
Yeah.
watch. So, I'm gonna take it with a grain of salt maybe watching it of,
Mhm.
like, what was true and what was, like, acting because I feel like they make
Right,
you do things on shows just to, like,
right.
make it dramatic,
Mhm. Well, and
but
then it doesn't help that their content was, like, all, like, skits anyway, so
yeah.
it's like, damn, like, what are you?
Mhm.
What are you telling the truth about? Okay,
I know.
good. I'm glad that you're excited about it.
Yeah.
I'm not excited about it, I shouldn't say it that way. I just
I'm
feel
not,
like
like,
I've been
hype, I'm not like, "Oh my god, I
no,
need
no, no,
this," but
no.
I'm more excited about Tell Me Lies, part 2. Did you ever watch that?
Did I watch that?
It's on Hulu as well, coming out the same day.
Wait, hold
It
on, let
literally
me
came out, like, fucking 3 years ago, but the lead actors are dating in real life, and I just love that, I love when that happens,
wait, no, I've definitely never seen
what?
this.
It's so good.
I don't think so.
Very toxic relationship, just great show.
Wow, yeah, no, I don't think I ever watched this. Okay, maybe
Okay, add that
what
to the
is there?
list because the second one is coming out, and I wish I could watch this for the actually, I might because it was, like, literally 3 years ago that it came out, and now we are finally getting a season 2, so
Wow, okay, yeah, so there's a season 1 and then season 2 start oh, okay, literally starts next week.
yeah,
Okay.
same day.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll definitely watch that. We've been watching a lot of like Netflix original shows. Like we watched The Mole, literally obsessed with that show. I want to go on it. I've never wanted to go on anything more in my life.
I tried to watch
We've
it with
been
Mark, he wouldn't watch it with me because you know
he
him.
wouldn't. Oh my
No.
God, it's
He doesn't
so
like,
good.
shows, game shows, like, he literally
That's
watches, like, how Trader Joe's
documentary.
was made and, like yeah, like, the success of Whole Foods. I'm like, "Oh my god."
That's so funny. Yeah, Ethan, like, really doesn't like stuff like that either, like, it's usually just me, like, either putting it on, but no, he was the one it was, like, number 1 on Netflix that day or something, and he was like, "Wait, I, like, kinda wanna see what this is about." So we looked it up, and I was like, "Well, wait, there was, like, 8 seasons of it, like, in the original version, and now Netflix made their version of it, and there's 2 seasons." I'm like, "Okay, so if we have 10
Mhm,
seasons total, this must be, like, a decent show that people like." And we watched the 2 seasons of the Netflix version, and now I wanna go watch the celebrity seasons from the original one
mhm.
because like, there's celebrities that go on, and I'm like,
Oh,
I
that's
just
fun.
think that would be so funny. And then last night, we finished, The Trust on Netflix, so it's like these 10 people go into the house, and there's $250,000, and whoever's there at the end gets to keep a split of that $250,000, but every night they do a voting ceremony and like it takes one vote for somebody to go home. So like if you just like have a bad day with this person, like you could go vote them out. But if somebody else votes, it cancels it out. So like you either have to be the only person voting or they have to be like a majority of votes going to the same person. And there's no like competitions. Well, there is like, but to win more money, but like there's no like plot twist. Like it literally is just about trusting that the people around you are not going to vote you out. And like it just, we were so into it. And I did not think we would be because I really don't like shows like that. But after The Mole, I was like, I'm willing to take a chance on this. So highly recommend that one too. They're like game showy without being game showy, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you watched The Night Agent too. That was
We
one of my
finished.
favorites.
Yes, that was
Mark watched
so
that with
good.
me for once.
Thank God, Mark. And didn't we look up, or I
Yeah,
think you
season 2
looked
is
up, there's
coming,
a,
like, soon.
yes. Let's see.
It's been so long.
Yeah.
I love that you're watching these shows because now, like, season 2s are coming out.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, "Fuck, I watched that so long ago," so I need to,
I
like,
know.
rewatch it again because
I
I
just
don't
don't
remember
watch a
anything.
lot of like scripted shows like that. Like I really am more like the reality shows. Like even the game show thing, like that's a big step for us. Like The Night Agent, like that's one of the first like scripted shows we've
Yeah,
watched in a long time.
I
Um
loved that. That was, like, one of my favorites.
yeah, before that we watched the Lacey Peterson documentary that just came out on Netflix.
I haven't seen
Um
it yet, but
It honestly, I mean, if you're like pretty up to like if you know a lot about the case, there really wasn't anything like new in it, but I guess like the big thing about it was after that Netflix documentary came out, Peacock put a documentary out and it's like from Scott Peterson's side of it and everybody said like if he was innocent, like this was his chance to prove that. And I haven't watched the Peacock one, but from what TikTok has told me is it only makes him look more guilty.
I don't know
So
anything about the case, so I have no idea
oh my God.
about any of it.
Here's a 30-second recap. Scott and Lacey get married. He tells her he never wants kids. He has no interest in it. She finally convinces him to get pregnant. She's 9 months pregnant on Christmas Eve. She goes missing. They find her a week later with her body like washed up on the shore. Sorry, trigger warning.
Oh my god.
He was gone all day because he bought a boat that he told nobody about. He made homemade anchors in his workshop. And then all of a sudden, her body pops up where he took his boat out that day. He, to this day,
Oh my
has
god.
never admitted, like, he to this day claims he's innocent.
And
He
they
was
found
having an
him?
affair and had a secret life, and that woman came forward and was like, "Yup, like I was bamboozled by this too." Her name is Amber Fry, which like such a fucking girl's girl to get up there and be like, "Yep, your husband was fucking cheating on you. Like, let's take him down." Like not trying to be like, "Oh, he loved me." But like it's just crazy because it was like early 2000s and like he was literally going to like Christmas parties with the Amber girl and like spending weekends there and saying he was gone for work. And it's just crazy. Like there was
What?
no social media that he could literally get away with that. It's not like the most mind-blowing case because it's very obvious that he did this, but what makes it crazy like is the secret life that he was living and the fact that he literally has never admitted anything and there's never been any other like lead. Like it was
How have
100%
they never
him.
found anything? Like,
Her
not on his
body
boat?
was too like decomposed by the time they found it and they actually really only knew that it was her because of the baby like fetus that was also found and it was a male baby so they were like
Sad.
that's definitely them. I mean eventually they were able to like identify it as her but like by the time they found her like there was no like evidence that was coming off of her.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's
So
awful.
that's a new one on Netflix. Again, if you don't know anything about it, it's a crazy case to learn about. But if
Mhm.
you are familiar with it, there was nothing really new. But I'm still glad that we watched it.
Yeah,
Anyway, sorry,
wow.
that's my true crime dive of the week.
Yeah, geez, I need to watch that.
Yeah. Well, what a great note to end the episode.
Jeez.
Sorry, took a turn on my
Right?
Netflix deep dives. We've been watching a lot lately, so I had a lot pent up.
Or just goes, "What a slow day. I'm ready to go to Maine.
Is he
I'm not
going
ready
there?
for the cold."
I am.
I'm like, are you ready to go to Naples? Because that's where we're going.
Yeah, because we're actually going somewhere hotter this weekend. So.
Yeah, we'll be at 90 degrees this
weekend.
weekend. So
it's probably like it's starting to cool down here a little bit. So hopefully you guys don't get like the craziest weather. Oh, there's an excessive heat warning there right now. Never mind.
Perfect. Can't wait.
Love that. Slay. Maybe the heat will kill your poison ivy.
Honestly, I need to jump in the ocean, actually. I was dipping my feet. We went on the boat and I was dipping my feet like into the ocean because salt water is supposed to be like really good for it. But my intrusive thoughts, like I was like, a shark is going to come up and bite my foot off right now.
Right.
So I had to take my feet out because I literally couldn't stop. I was like really getting like so scared as if there were actual sharks and like, but like there could be.
There could be. You don't know.
There easily could be on Martha's Vineyard. 100%.
Who knows?
100%.
Wasn't there a fucking whale on Cape Cod like not that long ago?
Yeah, and there's also sharks all over Chatham. So
right. So I don't put anything past that.
Nope, either. Anyway,
now that we've talked about Lacey Peterson being murdered and shark attacks,
my God,
what a great
note on. Yeah, geez, awful. All right,
everything's just horrible.
Life's a bitch, and then you die.
Hopefully not from a shark attack.
I hope not. Nope, pull your feet out.
Yeah, get your feet out of the water. Don't go in the ocean. That is the shark's home, so we can't be mad at them.
No, I literally
just willy scary.
Hate it. All right, off to go call my urgent care again.
Yeah, well, good luck with that.
Thanks.
Text me when you're done.
Yeah. Bye, everybody. We'll see you next week.
We'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for hanging. If you aren't sick of us yet, jump over to the Socially Unfiltered Pod Instagram.
Check out the Social Media Manager Blueprint.
And everything else you'll need can be found in the show notes.
And we'll see you next Monday.